Are you done?
Hey there friends, how's it going? My name is Nature. Today we're going to be talking about a character. I'm going to actually be explaining this character to you guys. So I know this is a very different video, but of course I did have news planned to make a news video about it, but I'm very late to it, so I'd rather not do that. Rather just talk about Weiss, the character from Final Fantasy VII Crisis Core. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right because I suck at pronouncing character names, but we'll just dive straight into it. But before we do, important stuff that recently happened. Nomura is no longer co-director of Final Fantasy VII Remake, the entire project. So yeah, and we are going to fight as Cloud Strife. So just like the secret boss within Final Fantasy VII Remake, we are going to fight it in the Virtual Reality Center. But I do have a couple of theories of why this is happening. So this is what I think, that maybe the livestream brought him back, or something much more. I'll delve deeper into that in a future video, of course. In today's video, we're just going to be talking about Weiss, the character, the important parts about him, how he can change the remake and all of that. And yeah, so I hope you guys enjoy the video. So who is Weiss? So Weiss the Immaculate is a member of the Tesviets, and is a secondary antagonist for Dirge of Cerberus. So right off the bat there, I think something to do with Vincent will be mentioned or teased within this fight. So of course this fight is taken within the VR section, as you can see from the backgrounds, but yeah. So of course, with the main antagonist for Vincent and Dirge of Cerberus was the Deep Ground, and well, he is one of the commanders of it. So yeah, it's very interesting because he's the secondary main villain. His brother is actually the main antagonist, so maybe his brother will come in with Vincent, and then that could lead into Weiss being like killed, and maybe, you know, something along those lines where they'll bring it up, because I feel that could really help people see the connection, how Vincent could actually come into the timeline, because again there's that Dirge of Cerberus connection. But not only that, there is the Crisis Core connection. Yes, there is actually a scene at the end of Crisis Core where Weiss and his brother Nero, who is, you know, the main antagonist of Dirge of Cerberus, actually went to Genesis and, like, you know, picked him up, and that was actually teased at the end of Dirge of Cerberus, where Genesis actually took Weiss's body, and we don't know how that actually ended up because the entire franchise just got stopped over there. So maybe that could also be implemented over here. Maybe Genesis is playing a role with Weiss. Maybe Genesis will be teased straight after, and maybe Genesis will collect his body straight after, just like how he did in Dirge of Cerberus. But that's just my thoughts, and I know I just got a little bit off track there, but that's my thoughts of how Dirge of Cerberus could actually implement itself within Final Fantasy VII Remake. But I don't completely know for sure. But let's keep going straight at it. Now, of course, he's a very strong character, but how strong? Well, the entire Deep Ground soldiers fear him. So he declared war on the planet during the Meteor Crisis. I don't know whether they're gonna implement that, but yeah, he is the strongest Tesviet, and he's the first ever member. He's rarely seen by the people over there, but he's just very close to his younger brother Nero the Sable. That's his full name. But of course, the question being, what does he have? He has a pistol sword. Yeah, he has a pistol sword. So think something similar. Think something similar to that of Squall, but there's two forms of him. There's the normal form, and then there is the Omega form. Now, I don't know whether we're gonna fight both. Maybe we're gonna fight one phase of Weiss, and then the second form of Weiss. That's a done deal. I don't know. But he's very well. He's controlled by Hojo in that universe. I don't know whether this is Hojo's project within the Final Fantasy VII Remake universe. Because if it is, then Vincent is definitely going to be mentioned. Because Hojo, Vincent, Lucretia, yeah, it's just a pretty hectic stuff. I also think that within Dirge of Cerberus, we all have to fight him later on, and it's just interesting because at the end, of course, Genesis got his body, and again, I honestly think this will somehow tie into Remake, because I just have that feeling. I don't know. It's just that Weiss is a very unique character. He's feared by many, but he has a caring side towards his brother. But in this remake, it looks like he's gonna be by himself. So I think this is somehow Genesis when he took Whis' body. So Genesis maybe is controlling Whis, or maybe Genesis and Whis are now combined through experimentation of Hojo within the remake universe and lore. Maybe that can happen. I'm not 100% sure, but I think that's why Whis is by himself. There's always been this debate whether Cloud Strife could win or Whis could win. That's why I think the devs are actually putting Whis into the remake to have a special boss fight, because apparently Whis was supposed to be the boss fight, the secret boss fight for remake, but they cut it most likely just for this DLC. But of course, it's just a matter of how is this all going to connect. I think they are connecting the universes. This is probably going to be one of the steps, or even Zack Fair being one of those steps, and this is just going to connect it more and more. But they keep saying the remake is its own separate universe, but I think they're going to connect it. I don't know how, but I just feel it. I know this video was just about me rambling of what I think is gonna happen with Weiss, what he could change, how he is, who he is. It's not much of a video to be like, yeah, this is what I feel, this is how I feel, but here's some facts. It's kind of like that type of video. But at the end of the day, I'm just saying that Weiss could bring Genesis, Vincent, and even Nero to the game, to the universe, and I think Zack Fair opened up that gate for Weiss to bring in other characters and new characters with this guy over here, Yuffie's brother. But yeah, guys, let me know what you guys think. Leave a like, helps me a lot. Comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And as always, this is Lightning H8. Blaze out.